And today's Mid-Mod Money, we are at the Queen City Indoor Flea Market in Cumberland, Maryland. I am going to take you through a tour of 3 floors of vintage treasure and antiques. Very excited to take you here because I have a booth, a big, large booth at this indoor flea market, and I've had it for about a year now, and we have done very well here. We love this place. We buy here. As you can see, this guy's got the belt buckle market cornered, some weapons. Uh, Never go wrong. Uh, this is 3 stories, as I said, and I like this place because it's very hands on. As you can see, you can walk up, you can handle the merch, you can touch stuff, uh, get you a fishing pole, should you so choose. But as you can see, these shelves are just an open shelf situation. Got some very nice 60s glass there. Um, but that's what I like. It's not just dealers. Some of these people, I think, are just people who have acquired a lot of stuff and they're trying to get rid of some of it. So you can find some deals here, not on this stuff. This Moon and Stars dish, that's going to be at full retail. And yeah, this I've been through this booth. Every time they have something I want, it's priced accordingly. Like those MCM candlestick holders are scratched up and priced too high. But I always come here to buy, and sometimes I'm quite successful, sometimes not so successful. It just kind of depends. That is a great cookie jar. I think 15 on that. That's a good deal. Um, I always stop and look at old phones. I am surprised I didn't pick this up. It's a $5 phone. I don't know what I was thinking on that. It probably because it wasn't rotary. I look at this booth a lot because they seem to have good deals. This rooster I was interested in, but $30 is is full price. But they did have this guy. This guy is from Friendship 7 Space. He's like a NASA toy. It's a guy commemorating the Friendship 7 space mission for NASA, which was early 60s, 61, 62. And this thing's like a toy. It's a wall walker. You would wind him up or pull that string, and it had suction cups on the bottom a long time ago, and it would walk up a wall. And it was $2. So early 60s space toy for $2. That's pretty crazy. Very good price. But like I said, there's a little bit of everything here. There's old things, there's new things, um, and everything in between. This guy's got an anchor right there on the ground. Um, but this is how big my booth is. About the size of this you're seeing. You walk into shelves built in. This guy has some Air Jordans for sale, which I don't know anything about this sneaker game, and I probably am going to keep it that way because it's tough to know everything about everything. Dollar records, stay away. They're scratched up, and it's Perry Como and uh, Frank Conniff, but this guy's got a nice microphone, good electronics in that booth, but priced at full retail. And a lot of this stuff you see will be priced at full retail. Of course, you can't go to an indoor flea market without seeing Avon cars, Avon bottles, aftershave, uh, cool Mr. Peanut transistor radio, but $40. That's about what it's worth. So I got my score on the first floor. Probably head towards the second floor. I always stop by here because this guy has sold cheap brass. Brass is very sellable, and I've bought a few things from him before. And I always stop there to see if he has got something that I can make money on. And the thing is, I would never sell it at this indoor flea market. If I bought something here, I would have the decency to take it to Pittsburgh, where I have a booth, and I think it's just the market is stronger there on vintage stuff, so kind of works out. I like the color of this vase. Not sure how old it is. This person has nice old furniture, and I wonder how it sells. They must sell well because this person has a spot right up front, and they've been there as long as I have been coming to this place. This cool little skateboarder from the 80s, it would appear. That's some nice wall art over there. Yeah, and stuff that I would not necessarily be interested in, dolls and real frilly uh, china and stuff like that. But everybody, there's room for everyone. I don't collect uh, that stuff, but somebody does, and I envy the person that gets to put the art in the hallway. This person I think does really well because I notice things sell and are gone. So second floor, what do we got? We got a leopard panther clock for $100. That's about full retail, I would say. You got some Fenton glass. You see a lot of that kind of stuff. This is a booth that has some interesting vintage stuff. There's some Tab bottles. If you're of the age that you remember Tab, this I looked at this. I think it's a crane, or yeah, it's a crane. It's a maternity thing. It's got a crib. It's made by Royal Hager, but had a lot of chips. A lot of chips. So put that back. But I always stop here because they have reasonable prices. I think this is a person who's not a serious dealer. They're just someone who maybe is a little bit of a flipper and that sort of thing. So as you get to the second floor, again, lots of kitchen stuff. Vintage kitchen is big. I found this really, really nice either sewing box or jewelry box. It's the little pink feet on the bottom. What done it for me when I saw this. I absolutely love this for $8. I'll take that to Pittsburgh and put like 25 on it and make a little money that way. Just cool stuff everywhere. This is a place where it's best to have a lot of time on your hands. The weapon guy, the weapon guy is never going to go out of business. People love their weapons. Baby skates. I have never heard of baby skates, but if you want one mint in box, there you go. There's baby skates. I like this booth. I hit it every time I'm uh, at this antique mall. I hit every booth, but I bought a mushroom lamp from this person once, and it was only like $12, a real plastic mushroom lamp. And today I found a beautiful 80s hot cold pitcher, very cool, for $3.95. So I'll probably sell that for $16, something like that. But you've got some very nice textiles. AC/DC welcomes you. Oh, well, I think there's a heavy metal band that might have something to say about that. Oh, I like the Scandi stuff, that Dutch Hex stuff, but that can was too much. But I really like the Pennsylvania Dutch Hex thing. A lot of cool old tins, and not an area that I'm overly familiar with. But as you get over here, the dealers get a little more serious. This person has some amazing glass. I want to take you over to this fish. I think it's a Blinko fish, but they want, and I want to say it's about $250 for this glass, very heavy glass fish. And this whole set of this ruby red stuff is pretty amazing. Some moon and stars there. I just could look at this kind of stuff all day, and I'm not gonna find a deal on this at this dealer, but you might find that stuff from someone who is not quite sure what they have. Like this whole set of Corel is $125, and it's like every piece imaginable. But yeah, this is a very serious dealer, and they've been here a long time, so they've got a very cool booth. Always look, because you never truly know. I like old syrup containers too, some good glassware, and wow, howdy orange. Ah, the baseball cards. Look at that. Joe Green, rookie card. Brian Piccolo. Holy. Zonka rookie. Staubach rookie. Orioles. How do you know you're in Maryland? Well, the Orioles stuff will usually tip it off. I like that butterfly. And we're heading up to the third floor. And what do we got? Yeah, there are some guys who do the sports collecting on the third floor. I just recently found out that black globes are desirable. I didn't really realize that black globes are collectible. That one looked newer. Of course, Mad Magazine. You can never go wrong. At the end of this episode, we're going to take a tour through my booth, finally. But this is good stuff. The guy's got Elvis cards unopened, $5 a pack. It's got a whole Topps coins. I have some of those in my collection. All these albums are priced so incredibly high, $25 to $50. But records are hot. I love this glass shelving unit, which I may go back and get this if it's still there. $45 for this. Could be a plant stand. It could be anything. For $45, it's kind of a steal. And got some anime stuff. Got some Pokemon. Why not? A little bit of something for everyone. I could spend hours here. They have a nice Sirocco mirror here. Pretty decent Sirocco mirror. Looks like, yeah, I'm not sure how much that was exactly. Sopranos. My son finally got me to watch every episode of The Sopranos. Thank you, Nathan. Um, so as you look through all this stuff, they've got everything. Canisters. That's a nice vintage canister. Empty Sprite bottles. Again, some of these booths lack direction. You know, you're kind of like, what's your identity here? I'm not really sure, but I don't know why I got caught up like this. Like this booth here is a great example of that. It's like they've got plastic sippy cups, pitchers, a dragon toy, wrenches, tools for 50 cents, a kitty litter scooper. Like, this is mind blowing. There's baby food there. That's absolutely bonkers that this is somebody's booth. Coco picture disc, though. I'm back on board. We go back to the electronics department. Oh, some shell art there. That elephant. This electronics department is one of my favorites. I like to look for turntables here. That turntable is realistic. I think that was the Radio Shack brand. For some reason, I didn't buy those peacocks, but I like those peacocks. Those must have been too high or not a good condition. But I always check those peacocks out because I have sold them in various forms, large and small. But you can see, guys got a lot of unusual electronic stuff, and every once in a while, a good deal. Like I saw this boombox, but like I couldn't see a brand name on it. Like it's a mini boombox, and I couldn't find a. It's like the kind of boombox you'd win if you sold like magazine subscriptions in 8th grade. They'd hand you this nondescript boombox of no note of where, what are its origins. And I think it was $20. So put that back. But I look because this is my area of collecting that I really enjoy is vintage electronics. And this booth here is probably the single greatest mid-century booth in this antique mall slash indoor flea market, Queen City in Cumberland, Maryland. If you're ever here, this is the booth you want to look at. This person has fantastic taste, those cool glasses, and it's whimsical. They have lunch boxes, old vintage toys, telephones, stuff like that. That skipping monkey is very cool. Child's turntable, portable turntable. But you can get a copy of the Beatles album with someone's name written on the front for $65. Uh, so I don't know. This person has great taste. They have some very nice vintage glass, and it's everywhere. And they've got this booth has been here since I was coming to this antique mall indoor flea market for probably 3 years. I think it's been. So if you're ever in Cumberland, Maryland, come check this out because uh, deals can be had here. I love this serving set. Look at this, all these these silver glasses. I think that's $100 for everything. It has shot glasses. It has, you know, highball. So now we're headed towards my booth. We are gonna go right and then left, and then we're gonna take yet another right. I bet this person kills at this indoor flea market because they have vintage, but they also do a lot of newer stuff, and that opens it up. And plus, they have a ton of space uh, where they have like their whole section. But around the corner to the right, this is my vintage booth, and we've been here for about a year. And I've got these glasses from a friend of mine who it was their father's. They gave these to me, and I want to make sure that I get these to someone who appreciates those cool old beer glasses to to commemorate this guy's dad. But look, this shelf unit sold, which is crazy because I put way too much on it because I didn't want to sell it. I need it to display stuff. So it sold. All that stuff's going to have to be moved, and I'm going to have to find a new shelf, which is a pain in the rear. But you can see, speaking of rear, how about a two-tier shade for a lamp? You don't see those very often. There we go. We got the vintage glass. I put trays on this because it's that grid, it's that metal grid. So I have trays everywhere where I have glasses, mugs, 50s, 60s, 70s, a famous Amos cookie jar. Are you kidding me? But that guy over there looking, he knows the key to these places is good foot traffic. We're almost wrapping it up here. I've got some bales. Did you see those bales? It's very cute bales. Some Blinko glass. Here's my top shelf. And look, there's Hank. These are the initials, our vendor initials are HANK. And we commemorate our dog Hank in our booth because we love him. But yeah, just a nice vintage mix of stuff and packed. I'll sell a bunch of stuff, I'll come back, and it looks like not much is sold, and I'll pick up a check every time. And so it's deceiving when you pack it in like this. It's very deceptive. I got to mark those lamps down. They've been there for a minute. Yeah, and as you can see, there's a lot of things up here that you don't see in my regular videos because it's not overly spectacular, but it does sell. You know what I mean? Like, it might not be good enough for the show, but someone will buy it. If I can find it cheap, I'm gonna pick it up. And that's kind of that's my deal, you know? Buy low, sell high. That's what I say. And what would be complete without a Hooters mug? Thanks for watching this video, you guys. And if you're ever in Cumberland, Maryland, you want to hit up Queen City Indoor Flea Market because I have a booth here, and there's a lot of great vendors, a lot of great dealers. Just say the goose sent you. That's about all I've got. We're pulling out. for Mid-Mod Money. I've been John Evans. Remember to always round up. Hang 10, dude. Baja Blast. Peace out.